knew Job. Do he know you like that? Somebody talked to me. He knew Job. He said, okay, I'm going to let the heads go. You let some take. Y'all. I'm like Elder. I'm going to be nice. The head's gone and we out this door, round the corner, up the bend, an hour from now. Back like we used to be. God knew Job. Listen. He said, okay, take the hedge. Take the hedge. He took the hedge off. Look what happened to Job. Job lost his children, his cattle, his home, his wealth. He lost his wealth, his health. To be honestly, his wife and his best friends. Everybody turned their back on Job, looked like, including God. But what did Job do? What did Job do? Although he slay me, yet. Just stop it. Just hush it, y'all. Just hush it up. Just hush it up. You don't mean it. Job meant it, but we don't. Job meant that thing. And God knew Job. Oh, can God trust us like that? Can he say that about us? Everything was gone. Everything Job had. Listen. His wife, okay? God and Job got together again. And Satan. Yeah, okay. But skin for skin. Now Job gonna curse you if you let God trusted Job. He knew Job. He know who love him. He know who don't. He know what you gonna do before you do it. He knows as soon as a little pressure get on you, you gonna run out of here. God already know. Because you have not made your choice. Job made his choice. So God let him go a little bit further. He let him touch him. He said, but you can't kill him. Now that you can't do. You can't take his life. Boils came on Job from the crown of his head to the bottom of his feet. Now listen. Sores, boils. And anybody that's had a boil in here, I don't need to say no more. That's some painful stuff. Job had so many boils, and Job was in such a bad shape. All Job could do was sit in ashes, take the pot scratcher. Oh, God. Job was in a mess. Listen. Job was in a mess. Job had nothing. Looked like God had abandoned him. We get 2 cardinals behind. That's it for us. It's your fault they're behind. Wait a minute, I'm walking up right now. What? And here comes something else. This book gonna tell. I'm gonna go back to reading in a minute. This book gonna tell us. Just because things happen to people. Now let me finish this. Okay, Job's sitting there. Here comes Job's wife. What is wrong with you? Look at you, Job. Why are you holding on to your integrity? Curse God and die. You would be better to just go ahead, curse him, and die. Job looked at the woman. Said, woman, you don't sound like my wife. In all of this, Job made a choice. Job made a choice. Wait a minute. Job would not. Through all of these things, Job said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Then he went on and said, blessed. Oh, God. If we lose one child, we can't hardly make it. You'll be down for a year. I'm going to show y'all something. If we lose one, how could God love me and let that happen to my child? How could this? How could that? How could that? What happened to you ain't got nothing to do with the choice that you made. What happens to you ain't got nothing to do with the choice you made. That's what you got to keep in mind. You're going to go through some things. What happened to you ain't got nothing to do with the choice you made. Listen, wait a minute. Oh, just 1 minute. Out of all of this, okay, Job didn't have nobody to talk to. When I tell you Job didn't have nobody, he didn't have nobody. Okay, here come Job's friends. Here come Job's friend. Yep. When they saw Job, Job was in search of bad shape. Ain't y'all saying that we did the same thing? You done. Yes, ma'am. You done sinned. Job was in search of bad shape. They looked at him for 7 days and 7 nights. They looked at Job for 7 days and 7 nights. And Job was in a bad shape. Job was in a bad shape. And then they said, you done did something. You got to be done did something. But Job held on. Because Job said, he knew in his heart, I have not sinned. I did not sin. Wait a minute. Job still held on. We talking about choices. You ain't made your mind up this morning. Y'all ain't made y'all choice. Because I don't care what happened. What have they got? What happened? Whatever happened to you? What have they got to do with the choice that you made to follow God? Things are gonna happen. What that got to do with the choice you made? When people run out the church, what you got to go through? If this man back here would turn out to whatever, what that got to do with the choice that you made to? And when stuff go on in the church,